West Side. I'm Tarl Knight, and I've served as the Director of Shipyard District, Inc. since 2021. I'm joined by Green Bay Mayor Eric Genrich, Shipyard District, Inc. Board Directors Paul Jacob, Tara Hansen, Terry Cherney, Shipyard Neighborhood President Brendan Crabb, and Tank Park Neighborhood President Riley Osterberg. 4 years ago, business and property owners along South Broadway and State Streets worked together to form the 501c3 nonprofit organization Shipyard District, Inc., with the mission of revitalizing the business area from West Mason Street to Lombardi Avenue between South Ashland Avenue and the Fox River. By contributing to the maintenance, development, and promotion of the business area, Shipyard District, Inc. has furthered the interests of Green Bay businesses, improved the lives of residents, and contributed to a complete downtown destination. Over the last 4 years, we've played an active role in reforming and supporting the Shipyard Neighborhood Association and recently the Tank Park Neighborhood Association, both of whom have impacted our district at the street level and improved the quality of life for district residents. Thank you to Brendan and Riley for their partnership and for serving neighbors throughout the district. For the last 4 years, the Shipyard District has been the home of All Bands on Deck, Green Bay's largest music festival, featuring hundreds of performances by bands at district bars, restaurants, and food trucks. Since 2021, All Bands on Deck and our portfolio of district-wide festivities have generated a direct financial impact of almost $500,000 on district businesses. Over the last 4 years, Shipyard District, Inc. has continued to collaborate with the City of Green Bay through difficult challenges and rewarding accomplishments. Now, Shipyard District Incorporated is proud to finally announce with the City of Green Bay a public-private partnership between our organizations and the formal recognition of Shipyard District, Inc. as the representative business association for our district. Thank you to Mayor Eric Genrich and his administration at the City of Green Bay for working so closely with our organization over the last 4 years to support our mirrored vision for our commercial, residential, and industrial corridor. Please join me in welcoming Green Bay Mayor Eric Genrich.
Well, thanks so much, Tarl, for the introduction and for all your work on behalf of Shipyard District. Thanks also to our board members and community members who are gathered here. I think this is a great success story for this area. In some instances, the city might take more of an active planning role. In this case, it really was kind of a grassroots groundswell, just representing businesses and neighbors to indicate a real interest in coming together and formalizing the relationship here as a business association with that recognition from the City of Green Bay. So just really first and foremost want to thank community members and business owners for taking a larger interest in the neighborhood as a whole, demonstrating all of the vitality that's been happening here over many years and the increased activity. Tarl mentioned All Bands on Deck, but so many other activities that have been going on over the last few years. And so just really it's nice for the city to be able to recognize those efforts formally. We passed that resolution through our city council, Alder Johnson as the alder for this area, supporting that resolution. Our city staff working very closely with Tarl to kind of formalize what this relationship means. So just really wanted to be here today to offer our congratulations from the City of Green Bay's perspective, and also our thanks for all the work that has been demonstrated by our business owners and neighborhood residents here. We have some grand plans for this part of town. I don't know if there's an area that's seen as much activity and as much investment as the city's demonstrated in this area of South Broadway here, and looking forward to much more in the future with the Shipyard Park itself. Obviously still really interested in revitalizing the river as you move farther south, including the location of our coal piles. Just recently moved forward with a development agreement with Drop Forge, relocating that operation out to the east side of Green Bay, and so opening up some additional redevelopment opportunities there. So as I said, real bright future, I think, for this corner of Green Bay, and just happy to be able to celebrate this official partnership and recognition between the Shipyard District and the City of Green Bay. So with that, I'll turn things back over to Tarl.
Thank you, Mayor Genrich, and thank you in particular to your folks in Community and Economic Development Department. As the Mayor mentioned, by a unanimous vote of the Common Council, the City's commitment of collaboration with Shipyard District, Inc. will assist in addressing issues, opportunities, and initiatives which impact the district. Our new partnership is possible due to the support of the City Council, Alderman Johnson, who supported discussions between our organizations and introduced the resolution to the Common Council. In conjunction with our new partnership, we're also proud to announce 45 new Shipyard District banners, which will be hanging on street poles throughout the district, the designs for which are included in your packets. Our street pole banners will be installed by the 2025 NFL Draft along South Broadway, State Street, and 9th Street, and will feature 4 alternating designs showcasing the identity and history of our district. Designed by a local artist living in the district. That's me. Our banners will be one of a number of improvements to the district's streetscape, which will connect Lambeau Field and the Legends District to our downtown, the Broadway District and the Downtown District. Another update being updated lighting in coordination with Wisconsin Public Service. As part of the upcoming 2025 NFL Draft, Shipyard District businesses will be collectively hosting over 50 different live music performances throughout the week, highlighting a variety of Green Bay-based bands, another way in which the Shipyard District will continue to be Green Bay's live music destination. As we approach the NFL Draft in only a matter of weeks, it's important we all stand united as partners in showcasing our downtown and our city to the world stage. On behalf of our Board of Directors and businesses of the Shipyard District, thank you to the City of Green Bay, Mayor Genrich, and his administration for their partnership in creating a signature Main Street together, and thank you to our community for their continued investment and support of our businesses and neighborhoods. That's a wrap. That's it. We can go off script a little bit. I want to make sure that everybody has a packet who needs one in there. There are some of the graphic design renderings of the 4 alternating designs of the banners that are going to be installed here throughout the district. Additionally, there is a list of district businesses there in that packet, so you're familiar with some of the names behind the revitalization effort here. Our board is comprised nearly completely by district and property business owners, and so a lot of the folks that you'll see in that list on those businesses are the people with the direct hand in the decisions that we're making here in order to organically revitalize this corridor in town. You'll also see a map indicating the specific boundaries of our service area, and so you'll see that we're located just south of the Broadway District, across the river from Astor Park here. And I echo the mayor's statement and that we have so much development coming to our area, and as development continues to occur and become attracted to our downtown in the Broadway and downtown districts, we're just going to see all of that development come further south here to the Shipyard District in the next couple of years. Are there any questions that I can answer from anybody?
Can you just talk a little bit, what specifically, I mean, obviously the Shipyard District has been around since 2021, but now that it's officially partnering, what is different today than before the partnership was created?
Sure. Yeah, so our official partnership and recognition means that an organization that was grassroots and worked with the intention of a collaboration with the city now has an official channel for us to work very closely with the mayor and his administration, which means an improved possibility for improving the public right-of-way together, working with departments like Public Works, Community Economic Development, in order to identify and strategize on what improvements to the streetscape looks like. It looks like a number of improvements that we can make that really indicate or are hallmarks of every popular or busy downtown, such as the banners that I talked about going up in time for the draft, but street furniture that make it a much more comfortable environment for people to come and to spend money at businesses, working closely with different neighborhood groups that have the recognition from the city, but in order to work together holistically on making all of those changes, we need to have a strong relationship with local government. And so what Mayor Genrich has done is stepped in and reached out and made sure that we have that connection that all strong downtowns have with their local government. Hopefully that answered it.
Yeah.
Would you like to take it?
No, I think
Okay, all right.
I guess what's the next big project in the Shipyard District? What,
Sure,
you
well,
have this, you form this partnership, what's the main focus then moving forward?
See, I got some board members over here. It's a, We're excited for the NFL draft. That's obviously a big development coming to town. We're prepared for that in that we have dozens of businesses that are ready to showcase not only our corridor, but the southern part of our downtown. Be able to connect the stadium area, Lambeau Field and the Legends District to the rest of our downtown by creating a vibrant corridor down here full of music, full of activities, full of entertainment. I think that that's a big step for us, and we're never going to see that kind of injection or investment of outside money probably ever again in our lifetime. But let's see what you can dream up. Let's see what you can come up with Discover Green Bay. There's plenty of other housing and business development coming soon. We do have new businesses opening soon. We've got one just around the corner, and so announcements are going to be made about that. But as far as other developments, the coal piles are really the big ticket item. And as the city continues to explore possibilities with the Seareese Coal Company on relocating those coal piles, we're going to see a very large amount of attention, maybe some scrutiny, but a lot of ideas and excitement about what that 10 city block size amount of space can look like as far as access to the waterfront, as far as incentivizing outside investment in our downtown, maybe some transportation options. We'll see what we can work out. But very excited for that development. Additionally, the Mason Street Bridge and the Department of Transportation and the city have been working very closely in order to identify a number of solutions and changes that can be made to that bridge. From the Shipyard District Inc.'s perspective, best case scenario for us is bringing that down to grade as closely to South Broadway as possible to allow for the maximum amount of traffic. And as far as revitalization in the short term, there's very little that can be done as impactful as allowing for tens of thousands of vehicles to drive right by South Broadway every day and every night. So exposing folks from our community to a more direct route to our district is something that we're excited to advocate for there. Additionally, just outside of our district, we have Tank School, and it sounds like there's headway being made there in conversation between the Green Bay Public Area School District and the City of Green Bay on what that wonderful historic space can look like as far as development. And then we, just across the street to the north of us, have NeighborWorks Green Bay working to develop 7 different townhome units just across the street. And so continuing to invest in residential development, continuing to invest in a safe and vibrant and clean neighborhood. Those are all things that we're all going to be able to work on together, all of the stakeholders that I mentioned there. What I'm most excited about, though, which is not a big ticket item, but getting some street furniture down here, making the area more walkable, more bikeable. We've got great stakeholders in the area, including Green Bay Bicycle Collective, who we can collaborate with along with the City of Green Bay in order to make this a really fun, unique environment that only exists in this part of the city. We have a really unique blend of industrial, commercial, and residential properties that is going to provide for maximum bikeability. And so making sure that there's access to the river, making sure we have a comfortable place for people to be able to throw trash away with receptacles, to sit down with benches, and to bring their families down here and really enjoy all the things that the Shipyard District have to offer. That's what I'm most excited about in the short term.
Will there be infrastructure changes, sidewalks, different bike lanes? Is that
Those are all
part
things.
of the plan, or is that in the works, or?
Yeah, and those are all really great things that we're going to be able to do together with this formal partnership. I think the public-private partnership is going to allow for that access channel so that we can identify together with the city as stakeholders in the area what some of those changes could mean, what they could look like, an implementation schedule, finding funding sources for those things. I got to hand it to the mayor and his administration. They've already been incredibly supportive of our organization. There were about $24,000 that came from ARPA funds through a tourism event grant 2 years ago to our All Bands on Deck Live Music Festival that helped to support that year. And that year had a direct financial impact of over $120,000 on businesses. And so that kind of investment as a means to grow the return that all of these businesses really need to thrive, that's been exciting to see. In addition to that, part of the banners that we're going to be unveiling in time for the draft Those are being funded in part with a reimbursement grant from the city of Green Bay as well. So $25,000 we have in order to inject some new life into the area, identify what those changes will look like. I would love to see some more bikeable lanes. I know that the board is excited about that, but we've also identified a number of other really wonderful and necessary to the growth of our downtown area changes, including making sure that we're preserving historic facades down here, making sure that we're capitalizing and attracting people down here because of the great history, the rich industrial manufacturing blue-collar history that exists down here in the district. Making sure that we have those benches, bins, bicycle racks, oh my, all of those things.
Eric, maybe this is for you. I mean, with this partnership, is the city able now to
You want to take it?
Sure. Inject more funds into the district and into projects through the partnership versus not having it?
Sure, yeah. I mean, the future is obviously kind of undetermined, but having this kind of relationship in place, I think, is a really great incremental step forward. For those of you that are familiar, the Lombardi Avenue Business Improvement District started as a business association, so very similar to how the Shipyard District is formulated. Over the years, that's become a more formal relationship between Military Avenue and the city, and I think that's definitely a path that the Shipyard could follow as well. You know, once you reach that step, then, you know, if you're a formal business improvement district, then you know, there's more of a direct access to revenue and more opportunity to plan events and make some smaller scale investments in streetscape and things of that nature. So yeah, you know, we'll see where things go, right? But I think this is a really great step for the city and for the Shipyard District and for the businesses and residents in this area. And, you know, just really have appreciated the way that Tarl and the rest of the board and members have stepped up in terms of advocacy for, an example would be the coal pile relocation effort, but also, as he was mentioning, some of the conversations with our state DOT with respect to the Mason Street Bridge reconstruction. I think it's been really helpful just to have that community voice and business voice represented in those conversations, and looking forward to more involvement in the future.
Is there something missing in the Shipyard District that the city would like to see and would help make happen?
You know, just more, right? Just more development. I think Tarl referenced the NeighborWorks development that's happening just across 4th Street here. You know, housing is a huge demand within this community. So to see additional housing investment, business investment, you know, redevelopment in general is what we're looking for here. All right.
Any other questions for anybody?
Anybody else have a question?
I got the hot seat.
Emily's always
Is
got
there-
questions.
I have lots of
Yeah,
questions.
she's always got questions.
Why do districts like the Shipyard District and the Broadway District, why do you think they're important for a city like Green Bay?
Yeah, I mean, they just add, you know, so much variety, so much character to the city. I think similar to our neighborhood associations, our business improvement districts, you know, there's something that we're really well known for. And they, obviously, you know, any citizen can come to City Hall, and every Thursday they can come talk to me from 3:30 to 4:30, right? And I feel like our departments are really accessible as well. But when you have, you know, these business associations or neighborhood associations or business improvement districts, it just allows for a little bit more of a coherent connection between what's going on in our different neighborhoods and business areas and the city of Green Bay. So to create those more direct connections, I think is really helpful when, you know, you're trying to plan out the future of a business corridor or think about the future of a neighborhood. It helps to add some more coherence to these conversations, which is really helpful from the city's point of view.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. If you have any information that you'd like to provide to us, contact info, or we can send you any of the packet information electronically, then we'd love to collect that before you leave. Thanks to those of you who have already provided that to us, and thanks for coming and spending part of your morning here with us in order to get the word out about this exciting development.
Do you guys want to get together for a photo right there?
Sure. Get all the folks.
Yeah.
Come on, come on.
Come on, Pete.
Should we get this out of the way?
Sure.
Or? Put it this way.